Let's get it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Timbo, and in this video we're gonna go over the new genetic apex event in Pokemon TCG Pocket, where you have to win consecutive wins. We're gonna go over those details and the best decks to use to actually win those consecutive games. To get gold this time, it's not about how many times you win, but you got to get 5 wins in a row to get gold. And so we're gonna go over the teams I use, the best teams in the game, and all of that jizzy jazz. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the live streams, because we live stream every day for Pocket, as well as make sure you like the video, helps it go far. But let's go over the event first on what it is, the whole idea of it. And right now it's from December 9th all the way till December 15th. And so from December 9th to 15th, you got a week. And in this event, who get gold right here? You have to get 5 consecutive wins. 4 gives you silver, 3 gives you bronze, and 2 gives you participation for trying. And it does say right here, attention, the event period and details are subject to change without warning. So they can change at any times. We're gonna go through my account and we're gonna go over the meta teams, the top teams. Me personally, I like to play outside of the meta a lot. If you guys ever come to a live stream, we like to play outside of the meta. But the decks we're gonna go over today, there's Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Starmie. Those are the top 3 meta decks right now: Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Starmie. But we're also going to talk with Koga, Charizard, Alakazam, a Venusaur variant, a Marowak variant, Dragonite, Blaine, Wiggly, which has been climbing in the meta because of the Jigglypuff promo, 18 trainers, Blastoise, and Zap. We're going to go through all these decks, how to build it, as well as the good and bad about it. You know, we're going to start with the top 3 metas first to get them out the way, because essentially are the best team. But if you do want to have a challenge and play outside the meta like myself, like when I do the event, I'm going to win it without playing with the top 3 teams. So I'm not going to use Mewtwo, not going to use Pika or Starmie for it. I really want to do like Wiggly or 18 trainers, which is one of my favorites. But let's dive into this Pikachu one. The Pikachu deck that I run personally, I have 2 Blitzels, 2 Zebstrikers, 2 Pikachu EXs, and 2 Zapdos EXs. I know a lot of people like to use Voltorb. There's Energy Retross. There's a lot of Heliopes as well. And there's Electros that I've been seeing more often than ever. But I don't need to go too much in detail for the Pika. You guys know it. Just like I don't have to go too much in detail for the Mewtwo. But I run 2 Mewtwo EXs. And then we have the promo Mewtwo, 2 Gardevoirs, 2 Curlias, 2 Ralts. But I like to spice it up. And I do like to add Hypno, because Hypno's ability is Sleep, Pendulum, and the best abilities in the game are the ones you can use on the bench, because while your active mon is doing active things, the ones on the bench can help support. And you pretty much do a coin flip to give an opportunity to put them to sleep. So while I'm trying to wait to get either my Gardevoir online or my Mewtwo, Hypno puts them to sleep, which is awesome. So then I could have up to 3 mons on the bench that has their abilities, because I can have 2 Gardevoirs with Side Shadow and a Hypno. So imagine your Mewtwo getting 2 energies while you're asleep and you're just watching it all happen in real time. So some potions, X speed, Pokeballs, Professor Researches. And then we'll go to Starmie, and then after that we'll get in some better and bigger details for other out of the meta decks. We have 2 Articunos. I want 2 Starmies and 2 Staryus, but I can't pull a second one for the life of me. So I have a variation here where I use Greninja to snipe in the back. As we said, those with abilities are the best. Water Shuriken, once during your turn, you can do 20 damage to your opponent. So we have Greninja sniping in the back, Articuno in the front, Starmie with potions, Pokeballs, and Misties. The point of this team, honestly, since I only have 1 Starmie, I try to get to Articuno just to hold right there in the front like a wall, and then I can have a good old Greninja sniping from the back. And it'll give me time to get to my 1 single Starmie. If I did have 2 Starmies, I'd probably have a different variation, but yeah, we'll see if I ever get one. And then Koga deck is one of the more fun ones. Koga decks, Wiggly, as well as Dragonite. There's a Dragonite variant that uses Weezing to hard wall, because Weezing does 1 HP poisons. And then it's also crazy when your Weezing's 1 tap and you just throw in a Koga, because with Koga you can retreat your Muck or Weezing in your hand. So with the Koga, we got 2 Ekans, we got 2 Coughings, 2 Arboks, 1 Grimer with 1 Muck, and 2 Weezings. Good old Koga to save us, and a couple Swippy Swappies with Sabrina, Professor Research, and Pokeball. Not too crazy. The Charizard one is fun. I don't know if I would consider Charizard meta though. Let me know in the comments below if you consider Charizard in the top meta. The top 3 right now, especially based off tournaments, if you guys look up tournaments and statistics, is Pika, Mewtwo, and Starmie. Charizard is up there though. Super simple. We got 2 Charmanders, 2 Charmeleons, Zardies, and Moltres. With, you guys know Moltres, with Inferno Dance, you get 3 coin flips, an opportunity to give energy to a fire type on your bench. So while Moltres is standing there just holding it, being a wall, you start buffing up your Charmander or getting prepared for your Charizard. Go it with some potions, XP, Pokeballs, 2 red cards to irritate people and try to buy you some time as you get to your Zard, or if you get to your Moltres, because sometimes you'll just pull 2 Charmanders and kind of be stuck. 2 bursts of research, and you know you got to throw some re in there. Now I do have a Marowak variation. It's kind of goofy because it mixes with Marowak and Machamp, but it is what it is. I love it. And so we have the Machamp line: 1 Machamp, 1 Machoke, 1 Machamp, Machoke, and Machop. I don't know why I forgot about Machop. And then after we have 1 Cubone, 1 Marowak. We got 2 Mankeys, 2 Primeapes, with the good old items and trainers in the back. The reason why this is goofy, because ideally when I have this, I would want 1 more potion, and then I would want another Cubone and Marowak, and then I would want to make a separate team with Machamp EX with the Primeapes. But I have 1 Machamp and 1 Marowak. Some cards I can't pull, even though we do 100 Pika rips, 100 Zard rips, 100 Mewtwo rips live and post videos, but we just can't pull certain cards. So that's why a lot of these, they say alt or alt variation, as in something, you know, not fully there or something outside of it. And I don't know why I skipped to Marowak when I still have Alakazam and Venusaur, but hey, we can go to those next. Alakazam is a monster. It's a killer because of what it can do. Alakazam has Psychic. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your active Pokemon. So with that being said, you can essentially one-tap any Pokemon in the game. Mewtwo needs 4 energies, you can come in, smack. Charizard, you can come in, smack, needs 4 energies. Blastoise, with its ability we'll talk about later, takes 5 energies. Pika takes 2 energies, and so even with Pika, that's 60 plus 30 plus 30 is 120, which Pikachu has 120. And so that actually hits like a truck. And then we got Drowsy in the back, putting them to sleep. Kind of just like in the Mewtwo deck. It's great having that for Psychic. And then we have Kangaskhan as our wall. I know some people like to run Snorlax. I don't like running Snorlax as my wall just because like the HP is high and stuff. But I still want to do a little bit of damage personally. So we blend our Alakazam with some potions, X speeds, Sabrina's, Professor Research, and Pokeballs. And then Venusaur, which is my favorite deck in the whole game. It's super slow. It's pretty much a stall deck. Once you get online, no one's gonna stop you. No one's gonna stop you. It's my favorite. That's why I literally deleted a Bulbasaur, 2 Bulbasaurs, because I got 2 Sparkles, and I still have 5 Bulbasaurs. So at one point, I literally had 7 of these Bulbas. I just love the Bulbasaur team. But I run Caterpie with Pick a Friend, so you can get to your grass mons quicker. Try to pull a Venusaur, because with Pick a Friend, you can pull any grass type in your deck. And so we have that, and we blend it with good old Butterfree's Outer Heal. So while that's on the bench, we love bench abilities. While it's on the bench, you do 20 heals to each of your mons. And so this is just a stall heal team, because imagine you're battling a Venusaur with 2 Butterfrees in the back. Venusaur hits you for 100 and gets 30 HP. That same turn, you can use a potion and heal. That same turn, you got 2 Butterfrees healing for 20. And then after, you have Erica healing for 50. So essentially, in one turn, which can happen, it happened on stream, you have Erica for 50, Potion for 20, Venusaur for 30. That's 100 heals right there. And then after, you have 2 Butterfrees in the back. You're healing for 140 on one turn. And Venusaur already has 190 HP. So the HP is already through the roof. And so imagine getting it all the way low to like 30 or 20. And then after you heal for 140, and it's all the way back at the top. And you're just going to be like, bro, it's annoying. And so that's why I love Venusaur. It's like a little trigger. It makes people mad. They concede so fast, hit that bottom left and rage quit. And next, we're going to talk about good old Dragonite. Like I did say, some people like to use Dragonite with Weezing as a wall. I personally do not. I'd rather have Frost and put them to sleep to buy me some time. But as well as I've been seeing people run, and I added myself, adding Jiggly, because Frost, you do have to evolve and use 2 energies. But now with this new Jiggly promo, it makes Jigglypuff so viable. I've been seeing Jigglies so much more in so many random teams, and Wiggly EX is getting more play, which is starting to become some of my favorite mons to run, Wiggly and Jiggly, on my team. But with the Dragonite, we got 2 Schnoms, 2 Frosh, 2 Dratinis, 2 Dragonites, and good old 2 Dragonairs, with 1 Jiggly holding it down, with an X Speed, Pokeballs, Professor Research, Misties, and Sabrina. So pretty much we use the Misties to get to Frosh, so each turn we can focus on Dragonite. And so I like because you can put him to sleep while doing damage. Wheezing is nice because if you throw in some Kogas instead of the Misties, you can throw in some Kogas. And so Venusaur just poisons them, just stands there as a wall, has 110 HP, so it can blast a lot of hits. Then you just Koga out, and in the whole time of this, you're getting your Dragonite in the back online. So I've tried it once or twice, but I'm just not a fan of that variant personally. Next, which a lot of people will have and can use for quick, fast hits, is Blaine's deck. We did have that Arcanine was like Wonder Picks event like a week or 2 ago, and it's super simple. You got 2 Vulpix, 2 Ponytas, 2 Ninetales, 2 Rapidash. I did throw a Magmar in there just because Magmar does go under the stats of Blaine, which if you use Blaine, you get 30 damage for your Magmar, Rapidash, and Ninetales. And so I threw Magmar in there, give him some X speeds, some Pokeballs, red cards, Professor Research, and Blaine's. I do say the X speeds are more viable than you may realize, for the simple fact that Ninetales, you already lose the energy with Flamethrower. So if you do want to try to swap out and wait so you can, you know, get to something else, or try to prepare your other Ninetales, you don't want to waste energy if you already just wasted energy, because then you'll be blanketed. And so having some X speeds for that is crucial. In the last couple teams, the last 4, we got Wiggly, 18 trainers for Articuno, 18 trainers for Zapdos, which is super fun, and Blastoise. These ones do go crazy. If you guys haven't yet, make sure that like, that subscribe, and show some love on the channel. Come by a live stream. And with Wiggly, I'm loving this team more and more every day. Honestly, am. We got 2 Coughings, 2 Wheezings, 2 Farfetch, 2 Jigglies, and 2 Wigglytuffs. And honestly, I believe I'm gonna win the 5 consecutive events with this team. Like, I will probably just run this though through the dirt, and if I don't win with the Wiggly team, then I'm just not gonna get the gold emblem. Like, I'm a stubborn person. I like challenges, and I think I'm only gonna win with this team. And so, like we said, it's a double status. You have the ability from Wheezing, which literally poisons you, as a lot of you guys know. And then Jigglypuff can put them to sleep, and Wiggly as well does 80 damage, puts them to sleep. I think if Wiggly had a little bit more HP, it would be scary. Not like too much HP. 140 is nice, but I'm thinking like if I had like 150, 160, it would make Wiggly go through the roof. You gotta think about it. I believe Machamp is like, how much is I think Machamp is, yeah, Machamp is 180, bro. Why does Machamp have some of the highest HP in the game? Like, Machamp is 180 doing 120. That's why when you get Machamp, that's scary. Like, if Wiggly just had a little bit more instead of 140, it's already a menace, but it would be a true problem. The next 2 decks are the 18 trainers, which is just funny because when I tell people, they're like, why, what are you doing with this, right? You literally have 2 Pokemon and 18 trainers or items. So the variants do matter. So the Articuno variant, you do have Misties because you want to get to your coin flips. So you have 2 Misties, 2 Geos, Sabrina's, Professor Researches, red cards, Pokeballs, hand scopes, X speed, potions. So the whole point about this is that it's way more stable than Zapdos. When we get to Zapdos, you're gonna see how it's not stable, but this one is way more stable because Blizzard guarantees you have 80, hits 10 in the back, and then Misty, you can try to get to your energies quicker. And so it's more stable, more efficient. And the point of this team is that you're guaranteed an EX when you start, because when you start the game, you get a basic mon. So you're guaranteed an EX to start. Hopefully with this one, it's a little quicker with Misties, but if you get Misty turn 1, you can literally win turn 1, which people always say you need to fix turn 1 in the game, because if you get an Articuno and Misty coin flip for 3, you literally one-tap them and it ends in like 10 seconds. Pretty frustrating. And so the whole point is you have to be viable with your items, like using hand scope to see what they have, using red card to shuffle it up depending what they have, as well as people are like, why are you running Pokeball if you only have 2 Pokemon? Well, when you have Pokeball, you can blend it, because if you don't know what you have next, you can use a Pokeball and then you can shuffle it up, which kind of coincides more with the Zapdos team because you run Pokedex, which means you can look at the top 3 cards in your hand and see what you have. So an example, with the Zapdos, I have Zapdos, both Zapdos on the field, and I have a Pokeball. Obviously, I can't draw another Pokemon, because both of my Pokemon on the field have 18 items and trade them. But if you have Pokedex and you see that the next 3 cards aren't something you want, you can use that Pokeball to shuffle your hand to give you a better draw. And so it's really about understanding the items you have. And this one is a tad different, and it does have Pokedex because we're not running Misty. There's no Misty coin flips for Zapdos. But Zapdos hits harder and it's more aggressive. It's not as stable because it's coin flips. Some people can hit coin flips, some people can't. For Zapdos, I'm mid just because they give me 4 coin flips, right? Misty, I'm dog water. Do not give me Misty. If you guys come to stream, you know I'm not hitting no coin flips with Misty. It's actually frustrating. But you can literally get online and do 200 damage if you hit all 4 coin flips, 220 if you do have, you know, if you're going against like a water deck like Starmie because of their weakness. And so you got 2 zaps, potions, speeds, Pokeball, scopes, decks, red card, research, Giovanni, and Sabrina. And last but not least, as we go to this and we wrap up the video, I do think I want to end the video with Mew because I just love that cutscene. So don't go anywhere. We're going to do the Mew cutscene. Good old Blastoise EX. And this is amazing because you got good old Psyduck. And Psyduck has been going crazy in Pokemon Unite. If you guys play Unite, which I do all the time, been master rank for like 7-8 seasons. Psyduck is insane. I just got it last night and man, I've been having so much fun with Psyduck. And so you do Headache, which means they can't use support from their hand. And then you evolve to Golduck and do 70. Your HP is low. There's a lot of not Mewtwo's, a lot of Pikachu's running around, so you get hit hard. But honestly, it's not bad. You can't complain. It's not bad that they can't use a support or a trainer, and then you can do 70 next turn. Isn't bad. And then we love good old Blasty Boy because Hydro Bazooka is cracked. Blastoise has a good amount of HP as well with 180. You do 100 damage, and if you get 2 more water energy stacked up, you're doing 160. With 160, you're one-tapping over 99% of mons in the game. Literally over 99%, because a lot of mons don't have 160 HP. Like, let's see. Mewtwo's getting one tap, Pikachu's getting one tap. The only ones I can think of right now that can suffice to this is if you're batting another Blastoise, because they have 180. Venusaur has 190. Technically Zard has 170, but with weakness is 180. So Zard doesn't survive. And then you have Machamp, who has 180. So there's literally only like 3 Pokemon out of 226 cards. So literally 99% gets one tapped. I've been adding Articuno to be a wall until I can get my Blastoise online. I've been thinking about taking it out just because the Psyducks and Golducks do its job. I did sparkle these guys too because I had so many. At one point I had 10. Now I have 8, but both are sparkled. And so this one's nicer. I do consider like taking out Articuno for X speed wouldn't be a bad option. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but every time I say I want to take out Articuno, the next game I run, it just does some amazing wonders for me. And so yeah, you guys haven't yet, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we're gonna end the stream with good old Mew cutscene. So y'all enjoy. Thank y'all for being here, and let's watch. And until next time, peace.